Hi, I'm Horace Bray. I'm here with my friends from Guitar Center. Today we're checking out the Suhr Bella amplifier. I'm a guitarist and composer based in Los Angeles. I spend my time doing a lot of session work, and I tour with people like Jordin Sparks, Dayne and India.Arie. So this is actually my personal Suhr Bella amplifier that I've used over the last 6 years. It's a really great pedal platform amp. It has a 12-inch Celestion V-type speaker and 6L6 GC power tubes. It can be either 22 or 44 watts, depending on which one you choose. And this one happens to be a combo, but there's also a head and a cab, where the cab has two 12-inch speakers. And today I'm going to be playing my Suhr Classic S guitar that has been one of my main guitars for years. So now let's check out some of my favorite sounds of this amp. And funny enough, I kind of just keep everything at noon, and that's where I feel like it sounds the best, but it's highly tweakable. Let's start off with a clean tone at 44 watts. So for me, whenever I picture a clean amp sound, it really is kind of defaulted to how this amp sounds at 44 watts. It is just, you hear all the little intricacies of the guitar, and it really doesn't color it that much. Crispy, clean, exactly what I want a nice, straightforward guitar tone to sound like. So that was at 44 watts, but it has a 22 watt setting in case you want to play at home and you want to bring everything down in volume, but still have the amp feel like it's reacting like you were playing it loud. So another great feature about this amp is that it has this amazing bright switch. Now it has 3 different sections that you can kind of have it on. You can have it be off, which is kind of where I usually use it if I'm using a Strat. You have middle, which just brightens it up a little bit if you have a guitar that's a little darker, you want your rhythm parts to cut a little bit more. Then if I'm playing a really dark guitar, I'll have it all the way up on the high setting. That really kind of brings out the richness in some of these humbucker guitars that I'll play sometimes. So I'm gonna play the same thing 3 times so you can hear the difference between off, middle, and high on the bright switch. Let's start with the off setting. And here's the middle setting. And here's the high setting. In addition to having a really great bright switch that you can mess with, it also has a built-in 6 dB boost if you want to just cut above the band when you're about to take a solo. So like I mentioned in the beginning, this is an amazing pedal platform amp. So let's check out some overdrives in front of it. What I really love about using pedals in front of this amp is that instead of the pedals really pushing the overdrive of the amp, you're really hearing the overdrives going into the amp kind of in a more pure state. So it's a little bit more of a more modern tone, which I'm really drawn to, and I think it sounds really great. Suhr Bella also has a really transparent effects loop for all your time-based pedals. Let's hear some reverb and delay through the effects loop. So what I really love about using the effects loop in the Suhr Bella is that you end up retaining a lot of the high end and the shimmer with all your time-based effects that sometimes you lose when you're just putting everything into the front of the amp. So there's a lot of reasons why this amp has been my main amp that I've gone to for the last handful of years. It's not too heavy, but it definitely gets loud enough for any gig situation I've been in. It takes pedals really well. It works really well for stuff like modern jazz, rock, funk. I've done cover band gigs on it, and I've done pop tours with it. It's really one of the only amps I can go to that checks every single box for me. If you want to learn more about the Suhr Bella, you can go to guitarcenter.com, talk to one of their expert gear advisors, or even pop over to your local GC and check one out in person.